Welcome to the Fantasy Champions Fantasy Football Podcast. Here's your host, Morgan Colby and Rick Lemon.
Welcome to the Fantasy Champions Fantasy Football Podcast. It is a fine Wednesday afternoon. 8 days until the NFL season starts.
I was just going to say, the next NFL game we watch will be a real one, not preseason. Isn't that great?
I might cry. As soon as they kick off that first game, Bucks.
Just a tear.
It was a Bucks Cowboys. Just a single tear rolls down my cheek. I hope I have CD. I hope CD falls to me in our home league.
Oh, then you'll get extra lit.
I need something to root for on that Thursday night. I'm serious. I'm so excited. I can't. And literally, we're also 3 days away from our home league draft, which is exciting. Yeah. But welcome on into Fantasy Champions Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Morgan Colby. I got Rick Lemon with me as always. As you saw in the title of the video today. Oh, how you doing, Rick? By the way, sorry, I didn't just.
Well, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing. What did I say last week? Chipper.
Something chipper. Like that.
You don't like that? I'll keep going with it.
No, it's good, bro.
Okay, all right.
We need more new, unique ways to say
new vocabulary. Every week I'm going to look up a new word to use during the regular season. I'll just use it the whole time.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. So anyway, today we're going to do a mock draft, as you saw in the title of the YouTube video or the title of the podcast episode. We're going to do a mock draft. We have this mock draft, and then next Wednesday, right before the NFL season, for any of you who have not drafted yet, one final mock draft for fun. And then we do starts and sits on Thursday, the day of the football.
That's crazy.
So real NFL, that's insane to me. But anyway, second to last mock draft, almost kind of sad. It's not going to be the second last mock draft for me overall because I'm going to be mocking my brains out. I have a mock. I just joined a $20 buy-in league yesterday. Not many redraft leagues this year. Don't know what happened. I think I'm in 2 or 3. Last year I was in 7, so there you go.
There.
But anyway, we're going to do a mock draft. Before we jump into that, check out our website, fantasychampions.com. Follow us on any social media platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just type in the FF Champs, Fantasy Champions. You'll find us. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any other podcast platforms, leave a review, share this podcast with your friends. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, click the bell for noties, and then like and comment down below who won the mock draft. Who won it? Just let us know. Because I know I won already.
Right, of course.
We haven't done any mock drafts together. Maybe we'll do that the last one. We'll do it together.
Okay.
We usually just do it against each other.
It's because we need the
competition.
Push and pull,
I love that you put yourself right next to me.
Yeah, I did. I like that you noticed that too. That I just did that just to do it.
Yep, you jerk. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started with this mock draft. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I don't want to spend a long time on this. We usually spend like 20 minutes talking about our first 3 picks and then beeline it for the end of the draft.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start the draft. Hold on. Let me turn down my iPad this time so we don't get the sleeper sound effects. There we go.
Yeah, that's probably good. That's smart.
Okay, what? You know what I noticed? Every single mock draft I've been doing lately, every single one, starts off with Derrick Henry or anybody else other than Christian McCaffrey.
Zeke won.
Yeah, Zeke won. I haven't seen that yet. That would be interesting. But literally, Dalvin Cook falls to me. And I guess at this point, I go Dalvin. I feel like if you're in the top 5 or 6, you kind of are going to draft a running back either way. So whatever the best one available is, you just take. Dalvin's on my clock.
So I was hoping you'd take Zeke.
Because I have an obsession?
I'm taking Barkley. I don't care.
Oh, and Zeke fell. Okay, so first three picks before my pick were Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara.
Najee Harris is your first round pick?
Whoa!
Yeah, that's
actually
moment.
Been happening in a lot of my mocks. Then I took Dalvin Cook. Rick took Saquon. Then we had Chubb, Elliott, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Najee at 111. And then Devontae Adams, 112. And then it was Kelsey, Eckler, Mahomes, Mixon, Gibson, Brown, Hopkins. I hope that Brown thing doesn't hold.
That's interesting. I did not expect Gibson and Brown to go as high as they did.
Okay.
Which leaves me with Stephon Diggs, who I will gladly take because he's one of my favorite receivers. He 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the 5th receiver off the board. I think he's my wide receiver 3. So yeah, I'll take Diggs.
Okay,
Usually
so I've been
opportunity
toying.
to take him.
I've been toying with a lot of different ideas in the first 3 rounds, as of late, and the 3 running back in the first 3 round strategy has crossed my mind. The drafting 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, which is generally what people do most of the time. That's crossed my mind. And then I actually had a couple of minutes of thinking about going with wide receivers early, and then I was like, you moron, stop thinking about it. But which strategy do you think is most effective from all the mock drafts you've been doing? What's the best team you've been getting?
I think it's usually when I do 2 running backs, 1 receiver, because it's just more balanced. But I've had some very good teams with 3 running backs as well.
Fair enough. So this is a very interesting selection here. I would say Metcalf and Ridley are almost... I feel like Ridley's going to get more of a target share. Much more of a target share.
Okay.
But Metcalf is a physical freak, and they're probably in the exact same range, to be honest.
I know who... to me, I have one guy ahead by a few spots between those 2 guys.
Is it Calvin Ridley?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I first saw Calvin. I was like, I'll go Calvin Ridley. The other thought that we have, too, is that we're picking 3-4 and 3-5. So now we're kind of in a spot where the running backs aren't going to be as sexy over there.
Well, we'll see if the auto... We'll see what the auto
yeah, they'll auto draft kind of like Josh Allen back-to-back right with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I'll take Calvin Ridley. I'll go with Calvin Ridley. I'm going to go with the same strat as Rick, and we'll see who comes out with the best guy. After my pick, it was Clyde, Metcalf, Waller, Allen, David Montgomery. Oh,
sad.
Justin Jefferson almost fell to me. So there's also, I actually didn't ask you this too. In the first 3 rounds, would you go to wide receiver and pray that you get a running back in the 4th round? The
way that it is now, I think that's a better strategy than it was 2 weeks ago. Okay. And the reason I say that James is Robinson. Because, yes.
I know you're taking it 4-8 though. 10. I Swift has fallen. In half-PPR, I didn't realize how low he was. Man.
Yeah, no, he's the same. He's the same in PPR too.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Swift.
Yeah, I'm
gonna take Swift.
That's an easy pick. I'm gonna try something different here.
You're gonna go T-Mac, aren't you?
And it would either be T-Mac or Josh Jacobs. I think Jacobs has a good floor for an RB2. And this is half PPR.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This is tough. Let me see what I have later. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go Josh Jacobs.
Okay. You chickened out of the T-Mac pick.
I did.
I might be able
and
to
T-Mac falls to 310. Holy cow.
Yeah, dude.
But so after my Josh Jacobs picks, we had Chris Carson, George Kittle, Mike Evans, Allen Robinson, Terry McLaurin, Kyler Murray, Chris Godwin, Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb, Julio Jones, Amari Cooper. I was
hoping CeeDee would fall to me.
Kyle Pitts.
4-5, yuckadoo.
Darrell Henderson, Robert Woods.
Ooh.
There's 2 good picks, I think, for me
I know
here.
Who you're going with. This is an easy one for you.
DJ Moore.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's 2 or 3 guys I would consider if he wasn't on the board.
So there's been a discussion in my mind lately, and 2 guys that have been right next to each other in the draft, whether you're in PPR or half PPR, is Deontay and Tyler Lockett. They're like right next to each other. What guy would you choose in this scenario and why?
I would take Deontay Johnson because I think his target share with Pittsburgh, he's Ben Roethlisberger's guy, while Lockett is the clear number 2. Although he is very reliable, both offenses, I think, are trying to run the ball more this year, which I don't think is great. But I would take Deontay Johnson for his upside.
Okay. I've been bouncing back and forth between Lockett and Johnson. The reception perception profiles for both of these guys are pretty good. So taking that into account, Pittsburgh's schedule, I can't remember what it is for wide receivers. Lockett's is all right. But I do think that Deontay Johnson's going to get more of a target share, so I think I'm going to go Johnson here to get my second wide receiver. People do like Adam Thielen and Cooper Kupp. I'm not really a huge fan of Adam Thielen and Cooper Kupp in those spots.
Okay. See, it's funny because you're opposite. Although Lockett did follow you here. For me, I like Thielen over those guys.
Yeah, so after my pick, it was Allen, Sanders, Kupp, Hunt, Davis, Andrews, and then Lockett to me. I think it was not a bad pick, but I gave you James Robinson.
You did. You gave it to me, and I'm grateful for that because James Robinson in the 5th round, 5'5", I think he's a steal, an absolute steal.
I agree. I agree with that. In fact, if I didn't have an obsession with Tyler Lockett, I probably would have taken him. He's just so efficient. He's been a top 15 wide receiver every year for like 4 straight years.
That is pretty impressive. So after James Robinson, we have Brandon Ayuk, Adam Thielen, Myles Gaskin, T.J. Hawkinson, Javonte Williams, 5'10". That's higher than he was. He's definitely climbing. Jamar Chase, 5'11", which is lower. Preseason has gotten to him. Kenny Golladay, 5'12", Chase Edmonds, 6'1", T. Higgins, 6'2", Mike Thomas, 6'3", Odell, 6'4", Claypool, 6'5", and then we have Rodgers and Herbert back-to-back. I am not going to lie. Dak Prescott at 6'8" is very tempting. Very tempting.
Do it.
You know what? I will.
He's going to do it. There you go.
I will do it.
Why is there like this string of running backs here?
Did
you see Mostert in that opening drive?
Yeah, he was dominant.
Don't tempt
Mostert's
me.
the guy. It's health for him.
Do not tempt me, San Francisco.
Would you take Gus here?
Yeah, I was gonna say Gus or Damian Harris.
Because that's who I was gonna. If it wasn't Dak, I would have taken Gus.
Gus or Damian Harris.
As a matter of fact, Gus is probably. You should definitely take Gus. Definitely take Gus. Yeah.
I hope Baltimore does not get a running back at all.
I don't think he'll be going in the 6th round, to be honest.
Gus or Damian Harris, though?
It's a toss-up, but I think Gus just because the Ravens are going to run the ball a gazillion times.
Okay. After my pick, Courtland Sutton, Russell Wilson, Damian Harris, Melvin Gordon, Raheem Mostert, and then Debo Samuel. So I took Gus Bus. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Jerry Jeudy.
I was just going to say Jeudy with Teddy Bridgewater is pretty good. I'm going to go DJ Chark here. He's been my guy.
Why are you taking DJ Chark, my friend?
Because he's the wide receiver 1 on the Jaguars.
That's what we saying, boy.
With T-La. So then we got Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, Juju, Tom Brady, Trey Sermon, as you would say, Devontae Smith, Brandon Cooks, Michael Carter, Noah Fant, Robbie Anderson, Jarvis Landry, Matt Stafford, Zach Moss, Dallas Goedert, and
that's good.
My pick here, as tempting as Jalen Waddle, Antonio Brown, Ryan Tannehill are, I'm taking my boy LaVisca, and we're stacking the Jaguars wide receivers.
Wow. You taking the shot.
I love LaVisca, bro.
I think. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to take Tyler Boyd. I think that's probably a safe pick. A safe floor pick here.
Mm-hmm.
Because what do we have 2 flex spots, so I filled those 2 spots with Gus and Lockett. So yeah, I'm just drafting depth on my bench at this point. This is traditionally where I would go quarterback in my mocks that I've been doing lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do that. I'll take Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
You can take Trey Lance.
Yeah, let me think about that for a second. No. I think Antonio Brown is probably the best pick here in the 9th round.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the best pick. I'm taking my personal favorite, Corey Davis. This is the all my guys team here.
Okay, let me ask you. You're probably not going to tell me this because we picked next to each other, but in the home league, are you going to draft Corey Davis in the 9th round, 9-1? Would you do that?
I consider it. I don't think I would do it, though. I think maybe. I don't know.
that was a yes.
We'll see how the draft plays out. We'll see how the draft plays out. All right, so we had Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, 9th round. That's awesome. Antonio Brown, 9-7. Robert Tonyan, who I consider 9-8. A.J. Dillon, Mike Gesicki, David Johnson. Well,
I didn't even say the guys after my Tyler Boyd pick.
It's okay. Robert Gronkowski, Ravens defense, Washington defense, Kenny Drake, Mike Williams, Joe Burrow, Tyler Higbee getting sniped here.
You were going to take Higbeast?
I was. I need tight end. But we're not going to rush, okay? We're not going to rush. And I think it's between Ruggs and Mooney. Pittman's also in that conversation. With T.Y. Hilton out, Pittman could be the wide receiver 1, but Carson Wentz now has COVID, so he's injured and has COVID, and he's Carson Wentz. Okay. So I have options here, and it's why I took 3 running backs kind of early because of this. I'll take a flyer on Pittman with T.Y. Hilton out.
I'm no Mooney.
Yeah, good pick.
So after my pick, Lawrence, Rams D, Hardman, Tony Pollard, Michael Gallup, and then Marquise Hollywood Brown. Why is that his nickname? Because he has done nothing to be a Hollywood star. Maybe catch a few passes first.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I don't know. What do I do here? Do I keep drafting depth? Who's my running back again? Dalvin Cook. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a round early.
Okay.
I'm going to take Alexander Madison.
Good pick. I'll take
handcuff my
Henry Ruggs. So I just went 5 receivers in a row.
That's not a bad idea when you go with 3 running backs in the first 5 rounds, 6 rounds.
Right. So all these guys are upside plays. Ooh, Callaway in the 12th round. You like that?
No. That might be one of the worst picks in fantasy football at this point. Because of one preseason game. Oh my goodness.
I don't think it's because of one preseason. Okay. He's the wide receiver 1 on that team.
I do. What are you talking about? It's Traquan Smith.
I think Callaway is
get out of here.
Better than Traquan Smith. Okay, we're gonna take Hunter Henry here and get myself a tight end.
You know what? Frick you. I'm taking.
You're gonna take Jonnu.
I'm taking Jonnu.
Yeah.
We'll go back to back on that. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna take Trotman.
Okay.
I had Russell Gage, Latavius Murray, Patriots D, Parker, Amon-Ra, who they cut. You know who they cut? The Detroit Lions cut today?
Yeah, Shaperman.
Oh, maybe Amon-Ra's earning a little spot there.
Maybe.
His second wide receiver on the team? I don't know.
Do you like Sony Michel at all?
No. Maybe.
Even on the Rams?
No. I mean, he's a better value than Darrell Henderson, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they utilize him, but he didn't play any preseason games, so I don't know what they are going to do, to be honest with you.
You know what?
But I took Trotman, by the way, 2 tight ends. Not sure why I did that, but for fun.
I wouldn't take Sony here, but because I took 5 receivers in a row, I feel obligated to take a running back, and he's probably the best running back available.
Oh, Rondale 13-7. Get out of here.
Yeah, he was going 15th round. What happened to that?
No, Ramondre's getting drafted now.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess he's a good handcuff for Damien. Seriously. But why would you get a handcuff for your probably RB3? I don't know. And I feel better about taking Jacoby Myers in 14th round.
Oh my God. All my young wide receivers are gone.
Dude, you could take Jameis Famous Winston now. He's the starter.
2 quarter. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Tua Tagovailoa. I forgot about you, buddy. Give my second quarterback. Not as a. Everyone's like, oh, I need 2 quarterbacks. I need a backup. I'm like, I have the waiver wire. I don't need no backups.
Take Traquan Smith and say that he's your guy because you just said he's a wide receiver 1.
Bro, I don't think anybody's a wide receiver 1 there. They all suck. Equally.
Brian Edwards, Winston at quarterback? You don't want to. Oh, flip you.
Boom.
You know what?
We had, after my pick, Colts D, Bateman, Cobb, Watson, Jalen Rieger, Xavier Jones, and then I drafted Brian Edwards. 15th round. Just a snipe Rick for fun. Because I
would take over Trey
Gabe.
Lance. Zach Wilson.
Why don't you take Gabe Davis?
Because Zach Wilson has more swag. I need swag on the roster.
Sounds like you're going to cut the last guy anyway.
Yeah, I need defense. So.
It's like, I need a defense. So I'm going to draft Zach Wilson. I might at our home league draft just draft somebody like from 5 years ago who still happens to be in the system. Just for fun.
That is awesome.
So anyway, yeah, I actually probably would have drafted Gabe Davis over Brian Edwards, to be honest with you. But
that's fair.
15th round argument.
Gabe Davis is, I think, better.
This is the first time I've gone with double tight ends, by the way, in any mock draft I've done.
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Not very good.
I don't either. I think one tight end is the way to go this year. The tight end
like last year, I drafted, what was it? Gesicki and Hawkinson.
Hawk, yeah.
Both of
them. That was pretty good.
Dropped Gesicki after Hawk had a couple of good games and went from there. But anyway, yeah, I mean, interesting draft. I hate how Sleeper does this whole like random start in the first 4 picks thing. It drives me crazy because we know McCaffrey's going 1. Like, let's not play games no more. I have to go in and automatically add those picks so I know, like, okay, this is right now, and then go from there.
Right.
Like McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook should be a 101 and 102. If they're not, you're drafting in the wrong leagues, my friends.
Why is James White getting drafted still?
Are you freaking kidding me? He's still getting drafted?
Last pick, but yes.
Oh, get out of here with that. People in the Patriots running backs, it's like a fool's errand, my friend.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had my roster consists of Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Got Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Swift dominating at the running back position. And I have Calvin Ridley, Deontay Johnson, wide receiver, tight end Jonnu Smith, flexes Tyler Lockett, Gus Bus, and then I have Jerry Jeudy, Tyler Boyd, Darnell Mooney, Alexander Madison, Adam Trotman, Tua Tagovailoa, and then, or I don't even know how to say his name anymore because I said it wrong so many times, Brian Edwards in the last round. And that is my roster. What about you, Ricardo?
I have Saquon Barkley, Stephon Diggs, Josh Jacobs, DJ Moore, James Robinson, steal a draft, Dak Prescott, DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault. Going with 3 Jaguars players that I don't feel great about. Corey Davis, Michael Pittman Jr., Henry Ruggs, Hunter Henry, Sony Michel, Jacoby Myers, and Zach Wilson.
Nice. There you go. There you go. Another mock draft. Let us know in the comments. Thank God I hit the right button. Let us know in the comments who won this mock draft. I feel like I got mocking down to a science at this point. So many mock drafts. I'm kind of sad the last one we're going to do together is next Wednesday. But tomorrow, we're bringing you our second round running back rankings. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the Fantasy Champions Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes and YouTube and follow us on Twitter @TheFFChamps.